Here at Lens Crackers, we can crack your fine, high-quality eyewear in less than an hour. Our trained technicians use only the best equipment to crack your fine quality eyewear. So remember, Lens Crackers, we can crack them in less than an hour. Second attempt. One. Blue's a lucky one.
3, 4, 5, 6.
This is a healthy competition going on here.
7, 8, 9.
You got 9? 10! Yay! You got it! A new world record! Yay! What do you have to say for yourself?
11.
Oh my God.
12.
12! 13!
14.
14!
15.
15!
15.
15! Now, what's your name again?
Alex Krause.
Alex Krause from...
Sturgeon Bay.
Thank you, Alex Krause. Welcome back to Truth Quest. My name is Aaron Moriarity. I will be your host, and we're going on a quest for truth together. Here we are again, friends. Why, it's Monday. That's fun day. Oh, aren't you having a good, fun Monday? Oh, yeah, I hope that you are, because we're on planet Earth, and we're living and breathing, and it's a great day. It's always a great day. Alrighty, Aphrodite. Well, I hope you're having a good start to your weekend. I hope you had a great weekend. And we're heading into a whole new month. So isn't that lovely? It's the 29th today. Can you believe it? Can't believe it. Can't believe how quick time goes. Boy, you know, when you're a kid, a day seems like it lasted a week. Now, a week lasts like 5 minutes. It's like, whoosh, wait a minute. Where did it go? Yeah. Because as you get older, time goes, you experience time going faster. That's my hypotenuse. Hypotenuse. There you go. How do you like them apples? And so, well, let's get over there to, where are we going? A crazy little spot on the intranet, whatever you want to call it. It introduces you to all of the info on the planet, pretty much. I think they should curtail it a little bit. Get all the nasty stuff off. Wouldn't that be nice? And kids wouldn't run into that crap. Other than that, you know, it's, I like the internet. Could be better. Everything could be better. But grateful for Chatlandia. So let's go over there and see who's there. And look, it's Weiss123. That's Catherine Weiss. She's one of our Ultramods, and she says, "Hi, Aaron." Look at that. And then Catherine Weiss also says, "I'll be over on YouTube tonight." Awesome. Then she also says, "Hi, Peggy." And then I said, "Hi, Kathy." Okay. Cool. Cool as a moose, you might even say. And then I said, "Hi, Kathy, over there on YouTube." And then there's Kathy over on YouTube. See, I beat her on YouTube this time. Usually she beats me there. There you go. She says, "Hi, Aaron." And why, look who else is here. Why, it's Peggy Dancer. She's one of her ultra mods. And she says, hi, Aaron. Hi, Catherine Weiss. I'll be on Rumble. Awesome. And then Kathy says, hi, Peggy. And then Peggy says, hi, Aaron. Hi, Catherine Weiss. I'll be on Rumble. Cool. Too cool for school. And then Cap 78 Pack, that's Peggy Dancer back over there on Rumble, says, hello, Aaron. Hello, Weiss123. I'll be on Rumble tonight. Awesome. And look who else is here. Why, it's our good friend, Knock My Socks Off. Gadzooks, she says. Boy, you don't hear that expression very often, do you? I like that. Gadzooks. It was a steam bath here today. Still is at 91 degrees right now. Hello, y'all. And there she's using those clever little fonts that she kept the program for or something. She tried to explain it, but I'm not really that. I'm kind of a tech tard, you might call me. And so she says, hello, y'all. Truth Quest, Aaron Moriarty, Cap 78 Pack, Weiss123. Awesome. And then I said, hi, Cap 78 Pack. Okay. And then I said, hi, Knock My Socks Off. Yeah, it was kind of hot here, but we got that natural Door County air conditioning. It does get hot here from time to time, but generally it's pretty comfortable. And Catherine Weiss says, oh, please like and share this video with your friends, family, and social media. Hit the old thumbs up, helps the old algo rhythm and the algo beat and the algo melody. It all weaves together, baby. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Kathy, for putting that out there. Then I went over, I made over to the, what do you call that? The portrait? Yeah, portrait. The phone version. Okay, it has a little picture of the phone right there. And I said, hi, Peggy. Hi, Kathy. Hello, Truth Questers. But I misspelled hello because I was typing too fast. That's the type of typer I am. Too fast. And then Valeronian says, greetings, fellow Truth Questers. Look at that. And then Knock My Socks Off says, Cat Jam. Rock and roll time. Cool Doge. Hey, Valeronian. Look at that. She says, hey, Valeronian. And then Cap 78 Pack says, hello, Knock My Socks Off. And Valeronian. And then Valeronian says, hello, Catherine. Hello, Peggy. Hello, Knock My Socks Off. Hello, Aaron. Look at that. You got it all taken care of there. And look at Cap 78 Pack. Hotter than Hades here too, KMSO. I like that, KMSO. That's a fast way of saying, can knock my socks off. And then Catherine says, hi, Valeronian. Then I said, hi, Valeronian. Oh, I got your comment the other day on the last show. I believe it was the last show. And he was talking about a book. So we'll take a look at that in a little bit. And then Kathy says, hi, Knock My Socks Off. And then Catherine Weiss says, hi, Aaron, over there on the portrait channel. Look at that. And then Kathy says on the portrait channel, hi, Peggy. And then Valeronian says, I've heard more than one person complain that time is just flying by them. Usually these are older persons. It's really about one's perceptions of time. If you are having a bad day, it seems to drag on. Yeah, I agree. But it is a fact that we all mammals have the same average number of heartbeats per lifetime. And so as you get older, I think you are experiencing it faster because you've got more, like when you're young, you don't have much of a memory to compare the day with. it seems big, but you really haven't been out in the world. But once you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s, they're even 30s, you're like, wow. Anyway, so I think you could have more to compare the present time, which makes it seem smaller because we've experienced so much time before. So that's what I think. Who knows? Drag on. There it is. And then Caleb, 87, says, Jesus is king, and he loves you more than you could ever know. And 3 hearts. Isn't that nice? Well, thanks, Caleb. And then Knock My Socks Off says, Valeronian, I'm old. Time does feel accelerated as you age into the upper years. It certainly does. You know, that's why old people walk slow. They think they're running. That's my little dad joke about it. How do you like that? And then, Lucifer. Oh, that's not a very good name, dude. It's Pee-wee. What's up, man? Hi, Pee-wee. Good to see you here. Strange name you picked for yourself there. And then Valeronian says, hello, Caleb, 87. And then Knock My Socks Off says, sounds like Aaron needs to learn Rumble emotes. Yeah, right? How the heck do you get those on there? Rumble emotes. Oh, yeah, I got, except I don't use them very much because they don't show up on the StreamYard. So going out, they don't show up like you get Leo Toast. You don't get Leo toasting you. You just get the words. It says Leo Toast. I need to learn a lot of things, actually. And then Valerian says, hello, Lucifer. And then Knock My Socks Off says, good never seems to last long enough. Where the distasteful things seem to really drag on and linger. But then you get hindsight and see wasn't really all that long at all, right? Yeah. Like I couldn't wait for the 70s to end. I couldn't stand the fashion and the music of the 70s. I didn't like the 70s until it got to like 78, 79, which really could be classified as the 80s, the pre-80s, because you get the narrow ties gaining popularity. You have, the resurgence of rockabilly. Can't beat it, man. Sure beats the bell bottoms. And then Valeronian says, I was impressed by science fiction artwork, so I told Aaron about it, but I don't think that maybe it's a copyrighted work that could get Aaron in trouble if he shows it on the screen. Well, we're out for the truth. We're just looking at what's out. If it's searchable, it's showable. That's my opinion on the whole thing. And it won't be censored on Rumble at all. My stuff only gets censored on YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, come on over to the free speech platform, Rumble, started by one of the people that started it was Dan Bongino. And like Rumble, ready to rumble. Like we're gonna go right up ahead with YouTube, and just gonna be a rumble there. So, and they do free speech here, so it's pretty good. Knock My Socks Off, Coolidge, Cool Doge. And that's that dog going like this, right? Something like that. And then Knock My Socks Off says, the good part is the emote do show on screen. Also, my special writing comes out correct there, just not on reprint on screen. Right. Yeah, because it goes through the StreamYard. That's the service I use to stream StreamYard. And it doesn't pick up, it picks up the heart emoji, but a lot of the other ones it doesn't pick up. And Valeronian says, this was an illustration by Frank Kelly Frias from 1969 for Gordon R. Dixon's novel Wolfing. It was the cover painting of an issue of Analog Science Fiction magazine. Yeah, okay, well, why don't I just, I think I got that. I shared that on my desktop, so let me get that pulled up. And you tell me if this is the one. There's actually two of them. But, you know, I can see why you were interested in it, and probably most guys that saw it. But, so, I think this is the one you're talking about. So let's go over there and look at that. Okie dokie, Pinoki. We're cruising on over there, and is this the one? And Valeronian was sort of implying or speculating, like, did the art of the tall white come from a reliable source, or is it just from the artist's imagination, or did the artist have an experience with the tall whites? The description of tall whites that I've heard, she would not fit the genre. They look more alien. This one looks more too much human. I think that the tall whites do not look very human at all. I don't think they have any human qualities to their face. I think they're completely different. And then Valeronian says, wolfing, yes. Whites and Nordics. I think those are two different categories. The tall whites are these slender, like, they're just not gray, they're white. And the Nordics look like humans. I don't think the tall whites look like humans, but that's just my understanding of it, because I don't think, well, there is actually a photograph from Australia that purports to show a Nordic woman, and she's got pink eyes, and she's got a very narrow nose, like no nostrils, like no bumps for her nostrils. It's a very washed out picture. Maybe you've seen it. You know what? Maybe I'll just do a quick search. Alien woman, blonde. She had white hair, actually, but the photograph is so overexposed, and I think that's why someone got a hold of it, because it was leaked out. Maybe they discarded it because it wasn't. Oh, the lighting's wrong, so we got to get rid of it. And I'm just looking for it here, and it's not really coming up. I need to narrow the search a little bit. Photo. Photo Nordic. Get the same pictures. They're all just AI pictures. Oh my goodness. Oh, here it is. Found it. Oh, this one has been, somebody messed with this one. Looks like some Chinese site or something. They printed over it. But this is from that. It looks like they did something to it to make it more seeable. So let's put that up. Where? There it is. Okay. So, well, before we do that, let's just look at the other cover of the same book. You know, I'm imagining that artist just wanted to get a piece of the new book if they used his image again. So they just had someone paint up another one. I think this is it right here. Wolfing, yeah. Same book. But there is like a newer rendition of it or whatever. So in this one, you can't see the far off aliens very well, but so I don't know. I don't know the story, but it's a nice illustration. This is a nice illustration too. It really looks like a real place. It looks like a real place. And so let's go over and just take a look at that thing that I just looked for. And I found it. I found it. I found it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Hold for processing. There we go. Alrighty, Aphrodite, here we go. There she is. So we've shown this on the show before, but 188 episodes. Who could find it? So this is that woman that's purported to be, well, it says right here, report prepared for SAALM by XXX Action Pine Gap. So it's over there in Australia. Description: extraterrestrial species. SAM Nordics. SAM Nordics. Aliases: Swedes, tall whites, Nordics. Oh, I guess some people do call these ones tall whites. I was wrong. Height: 5 to 6.5 feet. Weight: 120 to 240 pounds, estimated. Eyes: human. Hair: blonde. Skin: pale white. Sex: male and female. Communication: telepathic. Location of origin: Mount Zeal, northern Australia. Distinguishing characteristics: share common physical features with human beings, especially Scandinavians. Subcutaneous chromophore implants in the form of lingual characters or signals on thorax. Okay. Now, I don't remember this woman having this writing on her body. So I think someone took that other photo and they pumped it through something. Some of this does not, like, I'm looking at this garment. It looks painted. Doesn't look real. But that's basically what she looked like. So anyway, I put the original photo of this, if you can find it. I don't know. It does have the same thing attached to it. But someone took this image. Oh yeah, copyright. Hawkwood. So someone's claiming copyright to this. But the original photo it was put out there. Now, I don't know even who put it out. But it was much more defined than this, and it was all washed out. You could hardly see anything. But look at her nostrils, her nose. It's kind of like flat. It just has two little holes. That's not a human looking nose. Other than that, it does look very human. The ears look human. The head looks a little bit elongated. They're not super tall, so this wouldn't be a tall white. But look at her nostrils. This is what always kind of freaked me out about this photograph is you just don't. There's just no. There's no. I mean, I don't think she'd be able to pick her nose, is what I'm saying. But it's probably a good thing. Maybe ours flared out because early man just couldn't stop picking. You think? Picking and a grinning? You think? I don't know. It's an interesting thing to ponder. What could this person be? Definitely looks like a real living being, possibly human. Who knows? And again, how many different uprisings of humanity have we had on this planet? It's just itself. And then when they get to a certain level, they go underground because it's much more stable. There's no hurricanes underground. There's no, none of the things on the surface that can bother you. That's why I think the smarter people are, the more they want to not live on the surface of a tumultuous planet. Doesn't that seem, I don't know. If you're trying to build a society for your people from wherever you're from, whatever star system you're from, and you want to have a base of operations and for living, whatever, you're going to want it someplace where it's not going to have an earthquake and then the volcano blows up. And, I don't know. It's just a tumultuous planet. I can't imagine any alien would want Earth except maybe as a zoo. They come and look at it. They come and look at the zoo. Alrighty, Aphrodite. Well, we've spent enough time doing that. Let's go on over to where? The Book of Faces. We're going to see what's happening over there. There's our beautiful thumbnail. Look at that. Episode 788. 788. Sounds like some kind of Buick. The new Buick 788. There you go. 78 cylinders. A real gas hog. There you go. This is from that Sean Parasek, I think his name is. He's one of my Facebook friends. He does all these psionic images of water. Just beautiful, I think I might have to start looking into maybe doing that. I'd like to have him on the show. Tell us how he does it. I think it's pretty self-explanatory, though. You just get one of those round cylinder speakers and you put a bowl of water on it and you aim a couple of lasers at it or LEDs. And then, boom, you got magic going on there. I'd like to see what it does for if you play Boston through it. Like Boston's first album. Oh, look at this. Q+. Not for sale. And there's Peppy. This is so cool. I know it's AI. Okay. This was almost the cover pick. He looks pretty comfy in his comfy little hoodie, doesn't he? Not for sale hoodie. That's it. He's not for sale. You can't control a man who's not for sale or who doesn't have dirt. And he knew he was going to be president because, as we know, Andy has told us, the CIA tells future presidents that they're going to be president someday. They don't tell them when. They say, you're going to be president someday. Just thought you'd like to know. And then you got to live with that. If you're Barry Soetoro, you go get hooked up with some bad sheiks over there in Saudi Arabia, and they bankroll you to destroy America. They knew he was going to be president, and so did Trump. So he lived a totally clean life. You can't catch an innocent man for a crime he didn't do. If you do, it won't stick long because the truth, just like the sun, all you can cover up, you can pull the shade and cover it up for a while, but it ain't going nowhere, and it's always going to shine through whatever veils you put in front of it, right? Q Team 7 put that out. Thanks, Q Team 7. Oops. It's going to take me a while to get used to this little rolling thing on my mouse. Boom, the Supreme Court rules 6-3 that President Trump can fire bureaucrats with or without cause as he pleases. Of course, because he's president. He's head of the executive branch, right? It's time to drain the swamp. It surely is. And boy, I'm just amazed at how much he's gotten done, how much he's doing simultaneously. He's like an octopus. He's got 8 different arms, each doing a different thing. So unbelievable. All very well too, by the way. And he inspires people to achieve more than they thought they could. He's a great inspiration guy. And this is Mr. Gasser. Oh my, this is artwork by Ed Big Daddy Roth. Mr. Gasser 57 Chevy. I had this model kit and it looked just like that. It's so cool. These Roth model kits, they weren't very difficult to put together. But once you got it put together, it was awesome. Wow. It was so cool back then to see images like this. Just magical. Just magical. Mr. Gasser. Great model kit. I wish I still had it. Gosh. Maybe I got to get another one, huh? Oh, what's this? Oh, a friend of mine posted this. I'd like to buy a bagel with cream cheese. Sorry, we only take cash. Can't buy with cream cheese, lady. No, that's not what I meant. That's hilarious because it looks like he's really saying that. That's pretty good. All right. Troy Rubright put that out. And what's this? In the light of the tremendous loss in the Supreme Court today, canceling voters' rights, and the fact that people's votes are allowed to be counted long after an election is over, is more important than ever to pass the Save America Act. You know what else? And this has been pointed out too. They kind of pointed out in their decision, there's nothing in the Constitution that says anything about mail-in ballots. Of course, there was no such thing back then, but they said there's no law. So that means we need to pass a law that says you cannot accept any mail-in ballots after the date. People know how to, meet a deadline or get something in before a deadline. People do that every day. They pay their bills. So yeah, they just need to do that. That's my opinion. That's my opinion anyway. So there you go. I'm not saying I'm old, but I remember celebrating America's bicentennial in 1976. Yes, I do too. And it wasn't nearly as festivus as the 250th year. You know that? I mean, basically you got red, white, and blue pinstripes on cars, and that's pretty much it. I don't remember much going on. And the bicentennial quarter, that was a big deal because I was into coin collecting. Whoa, a new quarter, because that just didn't happen. You didn't just get new quarters, new designs. And that was kind of exciting, I guess. So they did some little things, very little things. I think that the car company that did it the best was American Motors, because look at the name, American Motors. They made their cars red, white, and blue, like their AMXs, really slick looking, and they raced them too. And boy, so cool. So cool. So there you go. And here is that picture from Sean Pekarsik. Look at that. That's just mesmerizing, eh? I wonder how many points this is. We'll start at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's odd. That's not a number you see very often, is it? It looks like a peacock tail, doesn't it? Like in the round. Like if a peacock got caught in a... if a peacock's tail got caught in a tornado, that's what it might look like. Or maybe not. Or maybe not. Oh, knock my socks off says, I sent Average Joe a second 1976 coin I had that my brother made at the coin factory. Oh, really? He worked ex-Marine, bro. Really? How cool is that? Really cool brass coin. Awesome. Well, that rocks. Always see the number 17, Truth Social, when I check a page. 17 new posts all the time. I wonder if they set it up that way, because they probably could. Oh, Valronian, the peacock being whirled around in the centrifuge. Yeah, right? Could happen. You never know. Big full moon tonight. Howling the moon on. Okay, interesting. You know, it's an interesting factoid about the peacock is, and they did not know this until, I don't know when they figured this out, but they didn't know this for very long, I don't think. I could be wrong. But so they put their tail out. They're like, it's the male, and he's trying to like impress the chicks with his big, massive, beautiful tail. But it also acts like a sound projection, and they create this low vibrational sound, and it can go like for miles. So they're like a radar, kind of like a radar dish shooting out the sound waves. So I think that's incredible. By the way, did you hear the story about the peacock? Oh man, it was a beautiful tale. Beautiful tale. That's my only peacock joke. So take it or leave it. Oh, here's good news. Look at this. David J. Harris Jr. put this out. Oh, come on, mouse. Do your little thing there. Breaking: a teenage girl in Scotland who stood up for herself against a group of migrants, only to be harshly condemned by the media, has now been fully cleared of all charges, I guess. Well, in court. Oh, that's good. That's fantastic. The very same migrants were convicted of making sexual comments toward the girls. The British media owe this girl and family a public apology. Yes, they do. More than that. Oh, here's a little clip from Spaceballs. Remember, the new one's coming out pretty soon. Is it already out? I don't know, but here's from the original one. It's so funny. Oh, excuse the lingo, schmingo. So if there's little kids around, tell them to, or just mute it for a little while or something, because there's some spicy language here. Okay, let her rip. Make sure all the kids are out of the room. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Who made that man a gunner?
I did, sir. He's my cousin.
Who is he?
He's an asshole, sir.
I know that. What's his name?
That is his name, sir. Asshole. Major asshole.
And his cousin?
He's an asshole, too, sir. Gunner's mate, first class, Philip Asshole.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow?
Go!
Who made that man a gunner?
I did, sir. He's my cousin.
That's funny. I don't care who you are. That is so hilariously funny. Rick Moranis is the perfect bad guy. Oh, look, Chroniviewer is here. Hello, Chroniviewer. Good to see you, buddy. All right. Well, that's a little bit of that. I just love humor. Oh, here is 1996 Marvel filed a lawsuit. Check this out. This is interesting. If you know anything about the Marvel characters, the mutants fighting to be recognized by the law in the future, check this out.
Fun fact, Marvel once filed a lawsuit against the US government saying mutants should not be viewed as humans in the eyes of the law. Until 2007, toys and dolls being imported into the US were taxed differently. Toys like robots, trucks, and monsters were charged a lower import tax, while dolls which resembled humans were charged a higher import tax. And Marvel's action figures were being taxed under the more expensive human dolls category. So in 1996, Toy Biz, Marvel's action figure manufacturing company, sued the US government, saying mutants should be taxed as toys since they're not human beings and therefore not dolls. In court, Marvel's lawyers argued since the mutant action figures had tentacles, claws, wings, and robotic limbs, they should not be considered human. And they also said human-looking characters like Storm or Professor X should also not be considered human since they have unnatural, superhuman abilities. And the judge agreed, saying the mutant action figures were clearly not human beings and setting a legal precedent that mutants are not considered humans in the eyes of US law. Fun fact, Marvel once...
Isn't that interesting? Now, I know that they also, many years ago, back in the 70s, when Kenner was doing their Star Wars figures, I think that was the first one, they were going to be taxed as a doll, and they said, well, these are not dolls, they're action figures. And so they got away with not paying that extra amount back then, but they must have reinstated it after. Right? And Valerian says, so alien action figures would be toys and not human figures? They wouldn't be considered human figures because human dolls are taxed higher. There's a doll tax. Because that used to be like one of the only toys for girls was the dolls. So they taxed them. But I remember that from when Kenner brought Star Wars figures and labeled them as action figures, not dolls. So they got to be able to pay a much less tax on them. So that's kind of interesting. And then Kathy says, hi, Chroniviewer. And Knock My Socks Off says, and figures. It's the only letter I have only one of. I lost the original special writing file of millions, now rebuilding the past 5 or so years. Oh, I think I must have been missed part of that convo there. And then Chroniviewer says, hello, Cap 78 Pack. And then he also says, hi, Kathy. Hi, Chroniviewer. And Knock My Socks Off says, Cap 78 Pack, ha. No, but there was evidence. Capone and gang were there. They were at a restaurant up here, too, where I used to work. There was an underground tunnel that led out to a tunnel to the shore. Under the rock. Keep up, Aaron. I can't. I'm trying to get through this. There's some neat things I want to show you guys, so I gotta keep moving here. Oh, I think I gotta click out of that. What's this? Oh, now I'm not sure if this is real, the Curiosity rover, or if this is AI. Will you tell me what you think? Those sound effects make me think it's not real. And I wish they wouldn't use that fisheye lens because it doesn't look very natural, does it? But it's kind of interesting. Look how bright the sky is, if that's true. If it's true. Oh, and look at this. Oh, my goodness. This is the uncertainty. They found it, folks. You can stop looking. They found it. The original uncertainty. Check this out.
Known as one of the holy grails of hot rodding, the uncertain T has been found after disappearing in the mid-1970s. Covered in mothballs and cobwebs, the legendary custom Ford Model T was created in 1960 by a high school student named Steve Scott, who saw a cartoon drawing of the car by a friend in his physics class. Determined to bring the vision to life, it took 5 years to finish the car and was powered by a 1957 Buick Nailhead V8 with Hilborn stacked mechanical fuel injection with the coolant lines running through the frame rails. The wild design would win over crowds at shows like the 1965 Winter Nationals, where it would beat out legendary designer George Barris, who would end up slapping Steve on stage, resulting in a lawsuit and a restraining order. The Uncertainty was the only car that Steve Scott would ever build, and is the only car he ever had to. Known as one of the holy grails of hot rodding, the Uncertainty has been found after disappearing in the mid-1970s. Covered in mothballs and cobwebs, the legendary custom Ford Model T was created in
This car, I had the Hot Wheel for this car. It was so cool. That raking top, it just, man, there was something so magically cool about it. It's the only car he ever built. Wow. Fantastic. The Uncertainty. I remember my brother talking about this. I didn't know what he was talking about. I didn't remember the name of the vehicle, but that was a great Hot Wheel. Super heavy too. Really went well. But that's a great design. They found it. They found the Uncertainty. Look at that. Oh, look. Here's my first attempt at synonym rolls. Just like Grammar used to make. Grammar. Synonym. Chastity Munce put that out. Thanks, Chastity. Very funny. New York Post. Team Trump is exposing billions in fraud, even as Democrats keep actively encouraging it. Yeah, keep frauding. Keep going. We want a piece of it too. Remember, 10% for the big guy. Can't forget that from the White House. And oh, look at this. Travis Walton and Bob Lazar. Check this out.
The size of their eyes, made to gather light, extremely dim light in a low light environment. But in this ambient light here, it would be way too bright for them, an eye that size. So I think it was some kind of a contact lens sort of effect that may have been biologically developed to protect the eye, or maybe something they
like a
insert or something.
Sunglasses on a contact lens, type of thing.
That kind of thing.
Was it brightly lit in this room?
Well, it hurt my eyes to look at it, but it was pretty dim.
Okay. But yeah, you're looking, feeling like you're back, you're looking straight at the light.
Straight up at it.
Is that about the right height?
Yeah, I think they were shorter than that, but
Okay.
You got to judge the perspective of who's standing where. They were shorter than 4 feet,
but no noise, never used their mouths or anything.
No.
And it didn't express emotions. Just were afraid of you. And
well, I have a theory about that. That if they truly are telepathic, then facial expression is obsolete. They can say everything to each other without moving the muscles in their face at all.
Do you felt that they felt your intentions?
I don't know.
You were combative, and they started
if they felt anything, they felt sheer terror and panic, and a threat that were in response.
But they get out. You grab the rod or whatever that was. They put their hands up, and they just calmly walk out and turn right and go down. They didn't run like they were afraid of you.
They scurried pretty quickly. Yeah.
Oh, they did? Okay. Again, some of the other stuff I saw had them, calmly walking out. And I'm surprised they even turned their back on you with you.
No, they just, made a run for it. The size of their eyes.
There you go.
Made to gather.
Very interesting.
The size.
Wow. It looks like he's turning into Bigfoot, doesn't it? And here is a very sad meme. A meme I made, 8 years ago? 8 years ago, back in 2018. God, I can't believe that's 8 years ago already. And this is one of the skulls of a child they found near the border crossing down there. I think it was Arizona or someplace like that, near the border. So I wrote, pray for the children, every one of them, all 2,000 that go missing every day in America, which is a very sad, sad number. Pray for these innocent souls that die at the hands of Satanists. Pray for the thousands and millions of children lost to this evil. Pray that we root out this evil and restore our world, dark to light. Pray the evil away from the shadows. Shine your light of truth. Childhood is sacred. Respect and protect children from all harm. Pray for the children. So I do think that childhood is sacred. No one should ever destroy a childhood by subjecting a child to adult anything. I think it's sick. You can't get that childhood back, and a good, solid childhood is a basis for a happy life. So we need these children to have a happy life. So that's my 2 cents. Walton is grizzled. Yes, he is. And knock my socks off. Amen. Save all children. Yes. I mean, that shouldn't even be a partisan issue. But it is, apparently. Janice Lewis George, the communist who is almost certainly going to be elected mayor of Washington, D.C., has stated that she wants to empty the prisons, make D.C. a sanctuary city, oppose ICE, welcome criminal illegal aliens back into our beloved capital, resist anti-crime crackdowns, defund the police, continue and expand cashless bail, and so many other capital destroying things that in the end will never work out, nor will I let it even have a chance, because I have worked so hard to make Washington, D.C. the envy of the world with almost no crime and a beautification process that has been second to none. I will meet with Janice Lewis George, but must forewarn everyone that Washington, D.C. is again a safe and prestigious community. Many people, including myself, have worked long and hard to get it there, and we will not let it be destroyed by a communist adherent who has no intention to make Washington great again. President Donald J. Trump. You know, he has hinted at federalizing Washington, D.C. It should not be in the hands of just whoever gets elected. It should be federalized. Think about it. It really should. Just saying. Just saying. That's my opinion. And here's Ed Roth. Look at this guy. Here's Ed at the junkyard looking for parts. Ed, Big Daddy Roth, 1932 to 2001. My brother knew him well. He is perhaps most famously recognized for creating the iconic anti-Mickey Mouse character Rat Fink. Beyond his car designs, he was we all know, an accomplished pinstriper, cartoonist, and illustrator who significantly influenced the hot rod street art culture. Oh, yeah. Maybe created it? Yeah. He was, and look at this cool art. He would say, yeah, Rat Fink is Mickey Mouse's evil twin. Little did he know how actually evil Mickey Mouse is and the whole organization. Turns out Rat Fink is a stellar citizen. He's just got a couple flies around his head and that's it. And he likes fast cars. I'll have my USA with extra ice, please. Oh, yeah. Heck yeah. Mel Schwarzkopf. Put that out. Thanks, Mel. Oh, these are not social democrats. These are hardcore, godless communists. That's right. They are. Oh, and here's another one of these the retro future vault, where of course, it's not an old image. It's created now to look like it was created then. Isn't that funny? Kind of cool. Something kind of cool about it. I remember these clocks, these starburst clocks. A lot of people had them. I mean, most houses had those. I mean, a lot of them did, sure. For sure. Yep, that's good. And Winfield Scott Moore III. I didn't know his name was Winfield Scott Moore. Everybody knows him as Scotty Moore. The third, too. What Winfield. What a cool name. Of course, he was Elvis Presley's guitarist and Elvis's first manager. Did you know that? 1931, December 27th, 1931 to June 28th, 2016. So, and I had the great pleasure of sharing a stage with this man at an Elvis contest down there in Marietta, Georgia. Years ago. I came in third place, so that was kind of cool. But he was there. Scotty Moore was there, Elvis's first drummer. And actually, I had soup with him, his wife, he and his wife, because they were staying. The hotel had like a cafe where you could get food. And so I was sitting there with them and asking him all kinds of questions. Super nice guy. And he told a story, a really funny story. Maybe we don't have time for it. Got to keep rolling here. Got to keep rolling. Oh, this is glorious. Awakened Outlaw. I'm loving how a ton of late-stage TDS sufferers who now need new passport will have to carry Trump around with them. We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling. The Trump Warrior Room. The U.S.'s new passport, which says, welcome, but be good, President DJT. Yes! But actually, that is good to say that. Because you know what? To someone coming into the country, they're going to read those words, and it's going to make them want to be good. I mean, the good people, right? I mean, that's really smart. And wow, he's getting on the money. He's getting on the passports. His name was on the checks that went out to the people during the Biden administration. Trump's name was on them. They couldn't change it. Oh gosh, you know what? Nobody has made a mark like Donald J. Trump. Captured, Minnesota man captured in Somalia after allegedly helping organize $250 million fraud scheme. Well, good riddance to bad rubbish. Nearly 4 years on the run. The search ended in Somalia. Oh, good. Good. Lock them all up. I'm waiting. Oh, let's listen to this. Benny put this out.
They want to restart the war on Christians and churches. And as you saw with the communists elected in New York City recently, they're communists, they're not social democrats. They want to completely destroy the traditional American way of life. Communism is very easy to sell. It destroys everything, but it's very easy. I'll be honest, I think I'd be the greatest communist in history. I'd give free rent. Ladies and gentlemen, from now on, you don't have to pay any rent. From now on, anybody wants a house, don't worry about it. Just pick the house you want. Everybody gets free food. Everything is free from this point forward. Everyone's going to vote for me. The problem is, after 2 or 3 years, the country is a disaster area. The country fails. They always do. It always does. So easy to sell. That first year, boy, you're the most popular. It's happening right now in New York and California. But you'll start living in squalor. You'll live in squalor. There will be no food. There will be no housing. There will be no military. There will be no law and order. There will be no nothing. There will be no nothing. You'll be a third world inhabitant in every way, and everyone will suffer or die. You'll suffer or die. That's what happens. For thousands of years, it's been happening by different names. Thousands of years. I'm telling you, I'd be the greatest communist in history. It would be so easy. You wouldn't have to work. You could stay home. The problem is a couple of years go by, the whole place collapses. Always does. Always has.
He's got a point there. And what's this? Oh, this is from Mel Brooks. Of course, he just turned 100, right? Check this out. From he played Moses, of course, in the History of the World Part 1. I think this is so hilarious.
All pay heed. The Lord Jehovah, has given unto you these 10 commandments for all to obey.
Oi!
All pay heed. The Lord Jehovah, has given unto you these 15.
Oi!
10 commandments.
So hilarious. I wonder if that's the way it happened. I wouldn't be surprised. It's pretty funny. That's funny. Let's check out J.D. Vance.
If you look at the story of how the deep state took down Richard Nixon, it's not all that different from what the same groups of people, the same institutions tried to do to Donald Trump in the first Trump administration. If you look at the story of how the deep state took down Richard Nixon.
Yep, they did the same way, but Tricky Dicky wasn't strong enough to fight, and the media was too strong. There was no journalist media to pick up the slack there. Morton Salt flees Illinois after 176 years. Well, that was a long run there. Cites J.B. Pritzker's crushing taxes and failing blue state policies. Yeah, failing. You're failing. If anybody looks like a mobster, it's this guy. And if anybody's going to play Fred Flintstone again, it should be this guy. He looks like Fred Flintstone, doesn't he? Maybe people would like him better, but he needs to get out of politics because he sucks banana peels. Oh, here's an old clip of Steve Martin. Listen to this. Listen to what he has to say here. Interesting.
The public has a short memory. It's true. It's true. Let me give you a test. How many people remember a couple of years ago when the earth blew up? See, so few people remember that. And you would think that something like that people would remember, but no. You don't remember that? The earth blew up and was completely destroyed? And we escaped to this planet on the giant space ark? And the government decided not to tell the stupider people because they thought it might... Oh, well, come on. The public has a short memory. It's true. It's true.
Isn't that funny? Didn't tell the stupider people. Oh, lordy. That's pretty funny. And look at this. Now, we've talked about Hot Wheels and what a great event that was in 1968 when the Hot Wheels came out, because they were so much faster than the cheesy little Matchbox. But Matchbox, look, in 1971, they got Matchbox super fast. They redesigned the wheels to make them faster, but they still weren't as fast. But they had a great ad campaign to get you to bring your old Matchboxes and get some super fast.
What would you trade for a new 71 Superfast? What would you trade for the supercharged Rat Rod? What would you trade for this fabulous Formula One? If you've got a used car, trade it in now and get a great deal on these Superfast racers.
They won't take your old wheels and trade for Superfast. Yes, they will. No, they won't.
Yes, we will take your old wheels. Trade in any used or broken car and cut the price to 59 cents for a 71 Superfast. Superfast by Matchbox.
There you go.
What would you trade for a new 70?
Now, even their designs just were not as cool as the Hot Wheels, but they made a valiant effort. I mean, Hot Wheels came out of nowhere and just whizzed right past Matchbox, which had been in business for many decades at that point. But they stole it right away from them just by making a better product. And they could never catch up. Here's Brian Setzer, made an guest appearance on Trunk Nation. Let's listen to this.
Stray Cats, original three guys getting ready to go out and tour. Tell me about the tour. I believe it starts in Vegas on July 24th and runs through August 16th, wrapping up in New Jersey, the two places I live, as a matter of fact. You're bookending the two places I live, but tell me about this run and what people can expect, what you have coming up.
So, first of all, I got to say how I love playing with the Stray Cats, because, I mean, we're the only guys that do it, really. Yeah. I mean, there's 100 bands that, everywhere, but we're the only ones that people know, right? Everybody knows us, and there's something about the sound of that Gretsch guitar and the stand-up bass, And Jim, I look over and there's Jim smiling at me. So it's a band first and foremost that I really miss. So this tour, I lengthened it a bit, because I wanted to play a couple more songs. I mean, we've been together as a band for 50 years, 50 almost.
Wow.
I'm going to bring us a couple surprise guitars, because I know all the guys like a lot of guitar players like the way I play. So I've got a couple surprises, and man, it's just I'm just going to get out there and play. Like I said, we start in Vegas at the Cosmopolitan, and we're actually ending with Jimmy Fallon, the Tonight Show, and that's it.
Stray Cats, original three guys getting ready to go out, and
there it is. Go check them out if they're coming near you. And Peter Tickton is filed a complaint suing the government for the J6ers. That's excellent. Suing the Capitol Police. Yes, I would. Yes, as Treasury Secretary, I'm committed to eliminating income taxes, replacing them with a fair consumption tax, and adopting a gold-backed currency. It'll erase debt, restore financial privacy, and unlock new technologies for a prosperous future. The golden age starts now. Oh yeah, bring it on! I'm here for that. And what's this, you might ask? Why, this is from Time Travelers. Come on, a little further. 1964 steel stamp Tonka toys. 1964. Those are the Tonka toys for 64. Look at that. Wow. Pretty big line, actually. From Mound, Minnesota, the place I grew up. My dad worked there. Not back then. He worked there in the 70s. Oh, and here's another from that our friend Sean Pekarzek. His beautiful images that he gets with water, vibrating it with sound. Look at that. Look at that. Looks like an angel. And he shows this. I'm not sure if I'm buying the similarity there, but it's very, very beautiful. The images are just so incredibly beautiful. That's why I want to have that guy on the show. And here's Spencer Pratt. They're not freezing your rent. They're freezing your housing provider's income while their expenses keep increasing. The point isn't to make your housing affordable. It's to make providing housing financially inviable. So governments can seize the unmanageable properties. Yes, that's the whole trick of the socialists, the communists. They don't want people owning a building and renting it and making a profit. No, they want the government to own everything, and you got to eat bugs. And here's Trump talking about aircraft striking Iran. I'm sure you heard about that. And we talked about this too, but this is amazing. Voyager found a 90,000 degree Fahrenheit wall of fire at the edge of the solar system. That's pretty big. Maybe that's hell. Yeah, could be. I wouldn't want to be there. If you go there, you got to wear your bat skivvies so you're protected against that heat. Because we know those bat skivvies will protect you, just like they protected Batman and Robin. Oh yeah, It works. The TV said so. Yeah. Poland refuses to host Muslim immigrants. Poland was accused of Islamophobia. Today, Poland is safer than any country in Europe. Poland has no rape gangs or daily demonstrations in support of Hamas. Poland was right. Yes, they were. They were right. Right. Oh, and I'm just so grateful that I put this post out because I'm just feeling so grateful. I want to take time to thank all of the many Truth Quest followers for supporting one of my longtime sponsors, Lens Crackers. Thanks to you, they are smashing all sales records. Smashing all sales records. Smashing them. Thank you. Look at that. Lens Crackers. We can crack them in less than an hour. Truth Quest. Look at that. Look at how nicely they crack the glasses there. They are the pros. And I even had to comment, everybody wants their glasses cracked by the pros. Of course they do. And you do too. And thank you, everyone, because you guys rock, because you are the Truth Questers. And thanks to my longtime sponsors, I can afford to do this. Because I run on fake money. Don't you love it? And there's Tina Peters, a cherry tomato smuggled in her paper cup when she was in prison. Tina Peters kept it 3 days before she let herself eat it. It was the best tomato I've ever had. Isn't that sad? I mean, she says it's so quick how normal things just become precious, Wow. She really endured a lot. Here's some more of that Flintstone sculpting for Viewmaster. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Just glorious stuff. And look at this car. Oh, Larry Davidson put this out. Pictured is the Forecasta, a 1960 bubble top custom Corvair by Daryl Starbird. Daryl Starbird was the first one to make a bubble top. I think he did it on an old Thunderbird custom. This is a Corvair. Corvairs are fun to drive, so this would probably be fun to drive. But look at that. Isn't that cool? The Forecasta. I know there was a car called the Predicta. This is the Forecasta. Like, oh yeah, this is what cars are going to look in the future. Go, don't you wish? Don't you wish it would? Look at this double bubble top here. Too cool for school. Almost like the Batmobile. You're totally enclosed there. Rain won't hurt you. And hey, libtards, you gloss over true evil 24/7 while accusing innocent people of crimes of the very sick left. Fess up, yeah. And of course, this is Ashley Biden, Biden's daughter. I so afraid of him coming in the shower with me that I've waited until late at night to take a shower. Ashley Biden, diary, page 67 and 68. And then she also says, my father molested me many times in the shower. Ashley Biden. So sick. So sick. And they accuse Trump of that. They always project. It's all 100% projection. And look at this guy. He's living his best life. Yeah. Don't you love it? Mel Brooks turning 100 years old on the 28th. Oh, that's yesterday. He's 101 day old. How do you like that? Pretty cool. And look at this. NASA, what's this NASA? Planetary Landscapes. James Webb Telescope. This is the observed Herbig Haro 4950, an outflow from a nearby still forming star in high resolution. How do you like that? That's pretty darn amazing, isn't it? Although I have heard that if you're actually going out in space and you're going to fly by something like this, it might not appear like this. Some of these colors might be, I don't know, maybe it is the true color. I don't know. No clue, Mr. Magoo. And here's some more information about that missing William McCasland, who had top clearance, UFO, and alien clearance, was going to talk. Then they killed him, or he killed himself, or something happened, or rattlesnake bit him. He left with a gun. Nothing else, hardly. Let's watch this.
Remember General William McCaslin, the general who went missing, the one who held high-level clearances at several laboratories? Well, a new police report just came out today that said leading up to his disappearance, he was trying to leave several high-level security positions that he held. This is a photo of what he looked like the day before the disappearance. Someone online put together what he was actually holding. Remember General William McCaslin, the general...
Interesting. I'm not sure if they got that right because it didn't look like the same package to me. But I just don't know. Oh, Superman saves Batman. Have you seen this? This is from a little while ago, but it's very well done. Check this out.
Superman's distress signal is coming from that small room.
That's no moon. Initiate cloaking mode. Oracle, I've located Superman.
Excellent. Then it looks like you're good to go.
There's something else I need.
My lord, sensors indicate a breach of security in your armory.
He's here for the Kryptonian. Lock down cell blocks 3 and 4, and leave the rest to me.
Oracle, I'm approaching Superman's location.
You've made a mistake coming here.
Release Superman. Why you still can.
You do not know the power of the dark side.
I'll take my science over your magic any day. Let's see how well you breathe now.
The Force will sustain me long enough.
Exactly. Better focused on you than me.
You underestimated me.
I underestimate nothing.
You cannot win. You've wasted your opportunity to defeat me. Now, you will die. Your theatrics will not help you.
How's this for theatrics?
Your science did not defeat me.
It wasn't supposed to. Thanks, Bruce. I owe you. I know.
What are you?
I'm Batman.
Yeah, and you wish you were too.
Superman's distress signal is coming from that small room.
That's that. Tina Peters, thank goodness she's out. Here's from 12 years ago. My daughter took this picture. So yeah, that's a picture of me from 12 years ago. Can you believe it? The meme queen put this out. Look at that. Quantum dominance. Ready? Quantum aura. We have it all. That's right. From the meme queen. Oh, did you see this? Mexico has their own superhero. His name is Batman. Is this a real story? You just don't know. Let me see here. In Jalisco, Mexico, a local man has become a real-life vigilante known as the Batman of Lagos de Moreno. Fed up with useless authorities, he started hunting down motorcycle thieves himself. In just 10 days, he has already caught and duct-taped 5 suspects to poles and their own stolen bikes. Look at that. He's doing it. He's doing it. It's possible. There it is. Residents are calling him their silent guardian and the Dark Knight in full Naco style, complete with Batman shirt. Well, it's kind of a rough-looking Batman suit there, but oh well, it's working for him. The story is going massively viral. People cheer someone finally doing what the system won't. Isn't that nice? See, it's all up to us, folks. We are the superhero we've been waiting for, right? Here's some more of Bob Lazar.
The craft was about to take off. I think you said you heard a hum like it was powering up.
Yeah, it got louder.
Yeah.
The sound was already there.
And then I think somebody was calling back in the truck and you stood up and then you got hit by, there was a beam, a bolt or something from there. And you went flying.
Yeah.
And you go like 20 feet high or something like that.
Yeah, they were all screaming, swearing at me to get in the truck, calling me crazy, and which was foolish. Yeah, I can't argue with that.
Yeah, well, we all do crazy stuff at times. But them witnessing that, the getting hit by the bolt, flying in the sky, they assumed by the time you hit the ground, you were dead, which is why they took off.
Yeah, they said, he's dead. He's dead. Let's get out of here. That's what they tell me. I wasn't there.
Yeah, you were offline, so to speak. So the theory that I heard was, from the aliens' point of view, the craft was just taking off. You stood up. It just accidentally discharged on you and killed you.
Yeah.
And the reason they brought you on was more like an ambulance move, was just to bring you back and reanimate you. Have you've heard that before?
An accident occurred because I made a foolish move, standing up, closed the distance between me and it, and this discharge happened.
The craft was about to take off.
Interesting, huh? Did you know this? This is interesting for you Batman fans out there. Classic TV series put this out. In addition to being the iconic first actress to play Catwoman in the classic Batman series, 1960s, Julie Newmar has a surprising claim to fame. She is the official inventor of nylon pantyhose. The actress filed a patent in the 1970s, creating a garment that revolutionized women's fashion and clothing. Wow, that's amazing. See, Catwoman. Julie Newmar, another reason to really like her. She's pretty cool. Too cool for school. Huge win. Citizen Vigilante is now the #1 movie on Apple TV after the EU censored it for offending Islam. Well, we all need to offend Islam, like minutely, every minute, until they pack up and go to one of the other 52 Islamic countries that they're be welcomed to have their stupid Sharia law and all that kind of crap. Yeah. And of course, Elon put his movie on X for free because Germany censored it, even though it was made in Germany. You're fired. Good meme. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. There's our last show. Oh, we're running low. We're going at lightning speed here now, folks. We're going to go over to X, marks the spot, for news and cool stuff. Here we are. There's our show, 788. Can you believe it? And look, there is a schizophrenia simulator, and it's absolutely terrifying. Look at this.
Bird. Oh, you see the bird? Look how close he is. I
Now, obviously, this is just one individual's experience, but I'm curious for anyone else that has schizophrenia, how much it lines up with your experience. Let me know below. For those interested in this fascinating condition, the description has a lot more info. What you're about to see is a schizophrenia simulator created by someone who has schizophrenia on what it feels like to have these hallucinations.
Weird. Weird. I like my hallucinations a lot better. Oh, here's something interesting.
The Federal Reserve has revealed that U.S. NGOs have more in assets than the combined 2025 GDP estimates for Japan, Germany, and India combined. India and Japan's GDP each just over 4 trillion, Germany 5 trillion, about 13.5 trillion together. Guess what? The combined assets held by U.S. NGOs equals $14.2 trillion of your tax money and that of your children and grandchildren and great-great-great-great-great-grandchildren. Ever wonder why everything is so absolutely unaffordable today? It's not actually rocket science. Government has forgotten the fundamental reasons for which it was formed: to serve and protect our civil liberties. It has inverted the entire formula and decided that we are the ones here to serve, to work, and through our individual labors to support their desires and the behemoth of a bureaucracy that has emanated from those.
Yes, terrible what happened. Seattle is vacant. Literally everything is gone. I think we're going to skip this. We're kind of on a little roll here. Listen to what Johnson says.
And I don't have any tattoos, but if I did, it'd say Save America on my shoulder, okay? We passed it 3 times in the House already. We're going to pass it again. And this time we're going to try to put it on a reconciliation bill. And the reason that's so important, Maria, as you know, is it prevents the necessity of 60 votes in the Senate. The Democrats want no part of this. And remember, this is very basic stuff. We're just going to make sure you have to have proof of citizenship to register to vote.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous that they're having to sell this at all, you know? Oh, and here is Jordan Peterson talking to Piers Morgan.
I don't know if you guys in the UK understand how sad it is for us in Canada and in the United States to watch what you're doing to yourself. I mean, the UK is a great country. When I go there, I go to Oxford, I go to Cambridge, to these remarkable places in London, see your unbelievable deep history, understand how much the world owes the UK in terms of, say, the establishment of common law and decent government everywhere, including places like India. We owe the UK such an immense debt. And to watch you guys like spiral yourselves into the ground for this idiot, weak political correctness that's gone so far that you can allow your working class women to be raped en masse sadistically and say nothing about it and gaslight people who are telling the truth. It's so sickening. It's so demoralizing. It's almost unspeakable. We all pray, hope and pray here in Canada and the US that you get your act together and grow some spine again and put your damn country back together and stand up to these bloody psychopathic bullies and the woke green mob, because it would be a dreadful shame to lose you.
Yeah, very, very nice. Look at this. Isn't that cool? Wow. He's not handicapped. He's got a speed demon for a dog. Wow. Looks like fun, right? Look at that. Oh, and this is a story about a sad little elephant. Deeply depressed.
I needed you to stay, but I let you drift away.
Aw. Aw. Cute. Isn't that sweet? That's so sweet. All right, we're going to skip by some of this stuff here. Oh, this is pretty nice.
I don't have much, but if you would, I got, because I know how that is. I've been short on my bills last time. A 10.
Are you sure? That's a lot of money. $10? Well, thank you. What's your name?
Elaine.
I'm Keenan.
Hi, Keenan.
Nice to meet you, Elaine. Are you going through something yourself, or?
Yeah, quite a bit. My husband and son died recently.
So that's probably why you helped me today.
Help me, you know. Yeah, I still work. So.
You still work?
Yeah.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'll be 87 in September.
I don't think a 87-year-old should be still working.
There was a lot of hospital bills, and I made a mistake having some credit cards and I'm being sued for them.
Oh my gosh. Well, I can't take this from you.
Yes, you can. Certainly can.
I was actually here to give you some good news. I want to give this back to you. I'm actually a friend of Sam's. Samuel started a GoFundMe for you, and we want to show you how much was raised. Raised you $210,000.
I don't know if I deserve it.
Oh,
no, absolutely.
Yeah.
You worked your whole life.
Wow. That's fantastic.
I would still keep working if I could, but now I can retire.
Let's go. Can I give you a hug?
Sure can.
Aw,
So nice
isn't
to
that
meet you.
sweet?
And Sam, thank you to the bottom of my heart.
Oh.
There's nobody like you in the whole world. Because you
Oh.
are the whole world.
That's beautiful. Wow, what an awesome thing to do for her. J6 complaint has been filed. Yes. And Donald Trump has a new name for Hussein: Obama. Obama. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, this is good.
something that we see as a trend with ICE agents? And when I'm sorry?
And shoot them.
Well, when we talk about that, is that an isolated, isn't it? Or is this something that we see as a trend with ICE agents?
It's becoming a trend.
What other examples can you point to?
Well, there's 2 women that were shot, not killed. Another woman was shot and killed, shot in the head.
In Portland?
Yeah.
Yeah, so in Portland, do you know who those people were?
No. Do I know them?
No. Yeah.
Personally know those people?
Yeah, do you know who was shot?
Well, I saw her name. And
Are we talking about the same thing in Portland?
Yeah, Portland. Yes.
Yeah. So it was a gang member from Trinidad, Aragua, and then his prostitute that were illegal aliens.
Bullshit.
I'm sorry. The Portland police chief did say that though. He did say that in a press conference. And they were trying to kill the ICE agents, so they were shot.
That's nonsense.
So do you think the police chief in Portland is lying?
Yeah. Yes, I would say that.
Why would he lie?
Pressure from the White House.
You think the Portland police chief would take pressure from the White House?
I think they would. But let me just rephrase. We can't tell you any more than what we see on TV.
That's the point that I'm trying to get at, guys. They're only showing you stuff on the TV, and that's the surface level information that people are getting. When they chant abolish ICE, we actually aren't thinking about the hundreds and at this point thousands of children that their only hope of being saved from trafficking, sex trafficking is ICE, the HSI. No one talks about that part of them, but also no one talks about the people that they're removing from this country. No one talks about, for instance, would you stand in solidarity with the women and the men and the children that have been killed by illegal aliens? Jocelyn was only 12 years old. She was murdered and raped by 2 illegal aliens. Would you stand at a vigil for her and demand more accountability and deport? So if I gave you, so would you say, I want these people deported? ICE, I want you to do your job and deport illegal aliens to help protect our children in this country.
I agree with that. Okay. I don't have a problem with that.
And so that's what I mean about things you guys only see on TV. You would support that, but then you're out here telling me that you don't want ICE. Without ICE, I think we would see a much bigger problem in this country than what people are rallying for today.
I don't agree with that.
No,
okay.
I'm a lifelong law enforcement officer.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't believe in that.
So what exactly don't you believe in? What specifically?
The way they act, they're not held to any standard. Half of those people, they didn't even do a background check on them, and they're running around with guns and
masks
and causing problems, going into schools, dragging kids out.
How do you know they didn't do background checks on ICE agents?
Just we told so.
Who told you that?
The news.
What news?
We listen to every kind of news that you can think of.
So, I mean, guys, honestly, you really believe that they did not do background checks on ICE agents, federal officers with guns? You think that they wouldn't do that?
They did do that. There's ones that have never been given a good
And what's your
background
proof
check.
for that?
I saw it on TV, on the news.
I'm going to need more than what the news said.
Yeah. Yep. She got them to admit that it'd be easy to flip them. Here's, let's check this out.
Has the president said anything about Swalwell? I don't know if he said anything. Has he been following that?
Why, has he had a bad week, Jesse? I haven't been watching.
You might be busy with bigger matters of war and peace.
Couldn't have happened to a better person. But look, here's the most important thing. If we have 10 seconds on this, and I'm sure you would agree with this, the most important part about this story, and look, Swalwell is a scumbag. He is a terrible person, the worst of the worst, the lowest of the low, the most dishonest and the most dishonest. But the real story here is how the Democrat Party controls its members through blackmail. It's got a blackmail file on all of its politicians, and it uses them to leverage and control them until it's time to release it. That is how sick and twisted the Democrat Party is. That's the next thread we've got to pull out here, Jesse.
All right, it's a danger.
Isn't that lovely? Isn't that? Well, look at this. This is AI. Okay.
Yes, I think this is the right time.
Believe it or not, aliens have appeared during the FIFA World Cup final.
For years, you believed you were alone on this planet. But our time has come. And because we are the most powerful civilization in this world, we declare it now. We support the United States of America in this world.
Even the aliens support Trump. How do you like that? When they say enemy within, this is what they mean. Yes, definitely what they mean. And this right here, friends, is a groundbreaking model, often termed a cellular landscape cross-section through the eclectic cell, combines data with X-ray, topography, nuclear magnetic resonance, and this is what goes on in just one human cell. There's no way we can create a drug that will affect it in some way that we can predict. There's no way. Look at this. Look at how complex that is. It's like a bunch of little worms or something. That's what runs us. Think about it. Wow. That's just amazing. And you can't tell me we're smart enough to design something to insert into there to make anything any better than it already is. You're not going to be able to convince me of that. We are just very complex creatures. We can't figure that out. We're not smart enough, right? Crazy. Crazy. Wild. Anyway, so we're not advanced enough. Look at this. This is so cool. The first time. Fisher going by his feet. Aw, is this real? Not sure. I don't know if that's real. Oh, AI generated. That's what I thought. Okay, still kind of cute though. Julie Donuts puts this out. President Trump post: communism is Satanism. It's already here. It's everywhere, and we are not allowing it. We, the people, secure our elections so they can no longer be installed. That's right. Look, here's Barry Obama right here, dressed as the devil himself. Look at that. You get the devil signs. You will never see me doing this devil hand sign there. People do it all the time without even thinking. I never will. I never will. Never will. And the cartels killed 110,000 Americans a year. That's more than all of the wars since World War II combined. That's very sick. Oh, look. There's that gal pointing, that basketball playing girl that was pointing at all the people. Very interesting. Democrat Party. Look at that. Pretty accurate. Yeah, man of memes. Oh, look at this. This is cute. It's a little cat with a cast and a porcupine friend. She's friends with a porcupine. Look at that. She's carrying her cat. The cast. So cute. That's just pretty cute, I think. Oh. Check out Elon Musk.
And I think the things we all want are simple, sensible, common sense things. We obviously want secure borders. We want safe cities. Sensible spending, so that we don't have crazy inflation. We want freedom of speech. We want the Constitution to be upheld. And you know what? I'm being told at times that these are like right-wing values. I'm like, are you insane? This is literally the fundamental values that made America what it is today. And anyone who's against those things is fundamentally anti-American. The hell with them. Yeah.
There you go. Oh, this is funny. We've had this on before from Mesimo. She totally needs an Oscar. Watch this.
They say, oh my God, I see the way you shine. Take your hand, my dear, and place them both in mine. You know you stopped me dead while I was passing by. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time. Ooh, I see you every time. And oh my, I like your style. Ooh, you make me wanna try. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time.
That's great. It rocks. Oh, this is a classic. Oh, this is old, but never gets too old. And I really worry about that little blonde boy. I wonder what happened after this happened. But check it out. They're going to do a magic trick for you.
Hi, ich bin's Michel und ich bin Sven und wir zeigen euch heute unseren ultimativen Trick. Hi, ich bin's Michel und ich bin Sven und wir zeigen euch heute unseren ultimativen Trick.
No, not again.
Hi, ich bin's Michel.
But that little kid, that blonde kid, the thing fell right on him. I mean, my goodness. Wow. I hope he's okay. That was a long time ago. That was a long time ago. Oh, look at this. The family's growing.
Standing on me, even when it's hard, I'm who I need to be. You gotta do it for yourself. Ain't nobody coming through. You gotta find your strength, even when you're going through. It's gonna be hard sometimes. It's gonna feel too. You gon' break, you gon' cry, you gon' wanna give up. But believe me, you gon' make it, even when you can't see. You're stronger than the moment. You just gotta believe. I celebrate me for everything I survived. All the storms I walked through. Still I'm here, still alive. Oh, I celebrate me. Yeah, I'm rising slowly, even with no clear view. Nothing's stopping me.
Isn't that so sweet? Look at that. Isn't that just the best? I think we're going to put a cap on it, friends, and we're going to say goodnight as we listen to this guy. Let's listen to this guy.
I've picked up a few Texan phrases and I want to go through them with you right now. First of all, no one says you all. It's y'all. Y'all coming for dinner? Now, when explaining something really big, Texans will just say bigger in Dallas. That burger's bigger than Dallas. Now, this next one could either mean they feel sorry for you or it's a hidden insult. Bless your heart. I'm still learning the difference on that one. Don't ask. Now, apparently, if you're raised by a good family, but you end up being a naughty individual, they'd say, broke bad. Jesse was broke bad, even though his mama raised him right. Now, there is a saying that means to do something regardless of what's in your way. I'm going to Lisa's wedding, come hell or high water. Now, this next one I took literally. This just means somebody that's really big, corn-fed, not that's eating loads of corn. Oh, Billy, he's certified corn-fed. This next one might be my favorite. Instead of dang it, sometimes a Texan will say, dad gummit, I stubbed my toe on the dresser. What about this one? Planning to do something means fixing to. I'm fixing to pick up dinner right quick. Now, this last one got me all types of confused. Instead of saying could, some people in Texas say might could. For example, they might could win the game if they had the irregular quarterback fit. Okay, I've got to summon my inner Matthew McConaughey. By the way, the hardest name in the world to spell. Just saying it. Right, ready? All right. Wait. I can do it better. All right. What do we think? Person I look up to is me tomorrow. That is my attempt at being Texan. Anyway, I'm off. I'm going to go and try and find like a cowboy hat or a nice cold beer. See you later.
He's got the Texas accent down perfect. Don't you think? I think. Oh, and Cap78 Pack says, thank you, Aaron. Great show. Once again, God bless you all. Much love. Peace in. See ya on Wednesday. And stay safe and cool. Well, thank you very much. And Valerian says, good night, fellow Truth Questers. And we saw the good night from myself and from Kathy earlier and all the other people. And Kron, if you were there. So, all right, we do this Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays because we're just downrange of strange, where the outrageous is contagious and the paranormal is the new normal. So keep your cameras pointed to the skies so you can take a picture of that crazy UFO or Bigfoot and come on to the Truth Quest and talk about it, because we would love that. And we're looking forward to it. Until then, peace in. We'll see you Friday right around 9 p.m. Central. That's when we do this. We're questing for the truth, and we want you with us. And Cap78 Pack says, good night, fellow Truth Questers. Well, thank you, and good night. We'll see you on Wednesday. Peace in. That's world peace, baby. Yeah. Oh, yeah.